All right, guys, so we're finally done with this thing. Well, 99% done. We still have a few things to button up here and there, but for the most part, I mean, we're ready to go. Ready to go testing. Next week on the 5th, there's a little thing they got going on at Orlando Speed World that I'm going to take it to. It's a David Hill puts this event on. It's like a no time, instant green kind of a shootout kind of a thing, but I'm just going to use it for basically testing. But yeah, I just got done putting a coat of the ceramic. I think I showed you guys a couple of videos ago that turtle wax ceramic black wax. So I just did that. It looks really, really good. Got the little plates on for the hood pins. But yeah, everything looks really good. Pretty much complete in here. Got all the wiring done. So yeah, I'll go through a couple things that I did this week. A few of the not so fun things that happened, and yeah, we'll go from there. Let me get the, I have like a little hood prop. I need to make something a little better. I don't want to be carrying this piece of PVC here to the track. So I want to kind of make something a little better to prop open the hood, but this works for now. Okay, so during the week, I was buttoning everything up and went ahead and was running the car with the alternator running. So originally when I first started the car, I didn't have the charge sensing wire hooked up. Okay, so I didn't think it was a big deal because I was just running it just to start it, just to see if everything was running okay. But when I went ahead and hooked up the sensing wire, it freaked the ECU out. The car started running terrible, and I could not figure it out. So I was tearing apart the harness and trying to see if it was something I did, maybe a ground I left out or something like that. I don't know, but it ended up being the alternator. So I went ahead and bought a new alternator, one of these one wire race alternators. This is actually for a Ford, but yeah, and I made like a little custom bracket to tension it. Had to cut a little bit off the bottom to line it up with the pulleys, but yeah, that was it. But other than that, all my wiring was fine. You know, none of my wiring was the problem. It was basically that. So got that fixed. What else did I do? Ran the overflow for the radiator. Made a little bracket for that. And yeah, so yeah, also we got the Scott rod panel done. Went ahead and cut the spot out for the fuel cell, and it was pretty simple. Just put some screws in it so that I can take it out if I need to, but got all that in. We did also the Scott rod panel for the backs, the rear seat delete too. So that was in the white car. I just unbolted it out of there and bolted in here. Pretty simple. But and I still have to work a little bit on the carpeting over in this area and here. I'm not completely happy with it. It doesn't fit quite the same way because I'm not running the I guess you call those the sail panels up in the sides. I'm not running that, so it doesn't cover this. So I need to come up with something a little better to cover the wheel tub and just to make it look a little cleaner. But for now, it's okay. And got all the wiring pretty much set. After I was like, it was a pretty crazy situation. I basically had the whole wiring harness taken back apart because the alternator was charging, like it was creating voltage, but there was some kind of a feedback going on that was causing the ECU to freak out. So when I would unhook the alternator, everything would work perfect, and hooking it up, it just started freaking the ECU out. So I don't know why that happened. It's pretty weird that happened. I mean, it worked perfect when it was in the white car, and then I pulled the motor, put it in this car, and it stopped working. So, but we got it fixed. We got a new alternator for that, and yeah, everything looks really good. Real excited to get this thing to the track and see what it does. Oh, one other thing we ran into, okay? This will be a good kind of a tip for you guys that are putting together anything really. The fuel pressure sensor, okay, I have it back here on the fuel rail, and that went bad also, but I know why that went bad. So since we solid mounted the motor, okay, basically used the mid plate to solid mount it damaged the fuel pressure sensor. So you got to basically run like a remote. You have to remote mount it so that it's not solid mounted and shaking really bad. So I went ahead and ordered another one of those. So right now we don't have any fuel pressure sensing. So that's, you know, I was chasing my tail around on that one as well, trying to figure out why there was no fuel pressure. It wasn't logging fuel pressure. And again, it was doing, it would log fuel pressure without the engine running. And then as soon as you would turn it on, the engine would shake so much, or it's not that the engine's shaking so much, it's that it's solid mounted. So it's transferring all that vibration up into the sensor. And then it would start freaking it out, and then eventually it went out completely. And then there was zero fuel pressure even when it wasn't running. So I ordered a line that I can remote mount it so that it won't be solid mounted to the engine itself. So hopefully I don't run into any other issues with any other sensors. I don't know if I have anything else hooked to the engine itself, but yeah, that's an issue. I got the nitrous solenoid hooked to it, so hopefully that doesn't get damaged. The flex fuel sensor's on the shock tower here, so that should be okay. And so yeah, but other than that, everything works. I got to fill up the nitrous bottle so we can test out the two-step, make sure all that works, make sure it's making boost, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little update of what's going on, because I didn't do any videos this week. I just wanted to, I didn't really want to do a video when I'm tearing apart the wiring harness again to chase down something that wasn't a problem. So, but that happens and stuff like this. It kind of baffled me, because I was thinking to myself, there's no way that the alternator just could have randomly gone bad from pulling the motor, but it did. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I just wanted to give you an update, tell you that next week at Orlando Speed World, if you all are in the area, I'll be there at David Hill's event. If it doesn't rain. If it rains, then I won't be there, but well, nobody will be there. And we'll do some like testing with it, because they have a test and tune as well. I don't know 100% if I'll enter the event. We'll see how the test and tune goes. The test and tune starts earlier, and then they do like a 28, 29 shootout. They have a street class, a stick class, and a few other classes. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thanks for following along on this build, and I will check you all next time, or we'll see you next week. Maybe I'll make another video this week, I'm not sure. But anyway, check you all later.